Now you can see the two breads, the brown teff and the white teff. Now you can see the difference between the two, one to another. Obviously difference in color, but also the brown teff looks bigger. Although it's the same quantity, it does look bigger. And now to compare the taste of the two. Now brown teff. That is the classic teff taste. Really rich, umami, smooth, like silk smooth texture. Really tasty. Let's try the white one. Still a lot of umami, but it's not that nutty. It's more balanced, but still unique flavor. Both of them a little bit different, both of them exquisite, extraordinary, really good. And you can see the texture, you can tell that that's quality. That's quality here. It just looks extraordinary. That's how it looks now at day 0, hour 0. 400 grams of brown teff and white teff with 500 milliliters each of lukewarm water mixed together and nothing else added. Put in 1 liter jars covered with a tissue, and now I will keep it there in the cupboard for 2 days, and then we'll proceed to the next step. This is how it looks 1 day later. That's day 2. Hi, today I'm here with you and very excited to show my recipe for Teff flour bread. I think it's an original and authentic recipe that really delivers the best possible taste as well as a good texture. So without further ado, let me show you. That's my 100% Teff flour bread, sourdough Teff flour bread from brown Teff flour, and that's 100% sourdough Teff flour bread from white Teff flour. You can see there is some difference in their color and the way they look a little bit as well. So they both been made from the same quantities of bread flour, the same, everything else is the same, it's just the main ingredient is brown teff and white teff, so that's the only difference. In summary, you can make bread from both of them. They have very slightly different taste, and both of them is very good. What this recipe does is that it brings the best of the taste of transforms the teff into something that is very rich in umami. You know what umami is, so something very tasty. When you eat it, you might think, okay, that's something like meaty. It is just so tasty. It's unexpectedly tasty. It's a taste that you have not really encountered before. So it's very unique, rich taste. So if you are into teff, you're looking for something new, that's certainly something for you to try, and most likely it will stay with you, because it's a very good thing. Obviously, cooking with teff, it's unique. It also, if you want to bake something more traditional with it, it comes with very specific challenges, because it is certainly not like any regular flour. But I think what I'm showing you today, it's worth trying. And I've been doing this for experimenting with Teff for a while, for I think two years. So that's pretty much my, I think, best result so far. And just also to say, so that's a staple in Ethiopia, the Teff flour. Obviously, you've probably read about injera bread, you've probably tried injera. It's a flat bread, it's more like a pancake type of thing that's how they eat in Ethiopia. It's not meant for bread, and if you check on the internet, you will see that there are recipes with teff, but most of them, the vast majority of them, are teff with something else. And I think I saw one with teff only, but then they've put like dozens of eggs in it. And I think all of them miss one very crucial bit. And I also saw one, there is one Ethiopian video, Ethiopian lady. She makes something like a cake. She puts bananas in there, cinnamon, vanilla, I don't know. It's like a cake and they call it bread. But all of them, I think, all of these recipes miss something very important. And when I thought of it, how you make injera, the traditional Ethiopian bread, they leave it, mix it with water, leave it for I think 2-3 days to ferment on its own with wild yeast, and then they cook it. They make these flatbreads. So I thought, okay, why instead of adding quick yeast or whatever, yeast from the supermarket, why just don't let it ferment on its own? And I saw that it works, and in fact it ferments on its own with wild yeast, like sourdough type of thing, much faster than the wheat, much faster. So because it's a unique, different species, so it reacts in a different way. So that was very intriguing. What I discovered is that obviously I needed to sort out the correct ratio water with flour. Obviously I didn't want to make flatbreads, because then you have something like pancake dough type of thing. It's more water in it. For bread you need less water, but it shouldn't be too low, otherwise it won't ferment properly. So I think I've after trial and error managed to find a good I think it's a good ratio. And then if I leave it for too long, it over ferments. The wild yeast eats all of the teff, I don't know, protein, whatever it's in there, or carbohydrates most probably, but whatever. And then it goes up, and then there's boom, it goes down, and it's very sour, very cheesy. So not really good for bread. While if it stays for 2 days, I know that you get it just goes up and up. You get very nice taste. Very this umami taste. This is where you get it. It transforms the teff. So that's why I hate to cook with flour which is not fermented. Okay, you add soda to it, it raises, so you shouldn't really be, and I think you've got this to yourself, but if you haven't, making a fluffy bread is just part of it, but the taste is much more important. And also not only the taste, but the overall health qualities of the product, because it is like with the milk and the yogurt. The yeast or the bacteria, they eat through some of the components of the milk, that's the lactose. They transform that, you get the yogurt. It's a different product, has different, much healthier qualities. The same with the bread. The yeast eats through the bread, you get the fermented dough. It's not only the taste, the ingredients are different. Same here with the teff. So it is not okay for you to say, oh, I made a teff bread, but it's not fermented, it's just the teff itself, and you made it, puff. That's not good. That's not good enough. So you need to ferment it. But if you use the active yeast, quick yeast, whatever yeast you have from the supermarket, or commercial yeast, reacts with this in a different way. It produces different ingredients at the end. So I think the best is to use wild yeast, which transforms this in a way that it is getting really, really tasty, and I wish to think healthier. Okay, so I'll give you. This is a chemistry thing, right? You need exact measurements to produce the result that I've got. If you change them slightly, you may get something better, something worse, but in the end, that's how I will tell you how I did these breads. Okay, these what I think are very good breads. First, I start with putting 400 grams of flour, Teff flour, brown Teff or white Teff, with 500 milliliters of water or grams, whichever you like. Mix it well, put it in a jar. I use 1 liter jars, cover it with a tissue and leave it for 2 days in a cupboard or whatever, somewhere indoors. 2 days, I don't do anything with it. I can only just look at it. I don't touch it. I don't mix it. I don't anything. So you can see it through the glass, right? The jar glass. You can see what's happening. Well, the first day nothing really will happen, but then over the course of after 24 hours, you can see it starts to rise. You can see some bubbles in it. With the white Teff, these processes are a little bit faster. Maybe 2-3 hours faster they would. And then day 2, I'm talking 48 hours. So 48 hours. It's ready. It got almost to the top of this 1 liter jar, and it won't go anymore because that's basically where it stops. If you wait for too long, if you wait 2.5 days, 3 days, it will go down. So it will be too late. So then day 2 for 48 hours max. Around that time, you need to bake it. And the things that I'm adding to it: sea salt, 6 to 7 grams. Well, depends how you like. 6 to 7 grams is my measure. Then baking powder, no, but soda bicarbonate of soda. So these are 2 different products, right? In bicarbonate of soda, you have only sodium bicarbonate, right? This substance. Like in baking powder, you have sodium bicarbonate plus cream of tartar or something else. Basically, that balances. You just need to add water, and then we'll go in temperature, and then it starts to react. While with the soda bicarbonate, it is alkalic on its own, and then it reacts with something acidic. So you need something acidic. So the dough itself is slightly acidic because of these fermentation processes. But I think it is not acidic enough for the quantity of soda that I'm adding. I'm adding 5 grams of soda bicarbonate, and I'm adding 1 teaspoon of lemon juice. Okay, so that's exactly 4.5 grams of lemon juice. First, I take the mixture of the dough out of the jar, then I put the sea salt in it, then I put the lemon juice in it, 4.5 grams, and I give it a good stir. So I want this lemon juice to be incorporated throughout the flour, not to be in one place. And then I add the soda bicarbonate, 5 grams. Mix it very well, and then put it in my baking trays, which I covered before in advance with baking paper. In the meantime, my oven, I started to preheat it at 250 degrees Celsius. It needs to be very hot. Okay, so it's important that you don't forget to preheat, because you're working with soda bicarbonate. As soon as the soda is mixed well with the bread, it reacts with the acids in it, because we added lemon juice and then there is also acid from the fermentation. It starts to react. You start to see these little bubbles coming, you start to hear them, so it is time for you to bake that. You shouldn't leave this ready bread for too long. Like if you leave 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 7 minutes, good. No more than that. So put it in the hot oven, 250 degrees hot. Don't cover with anything while you are heating, because otherwise, if you cover, let's say with a lid, or you put some aluminium foil over on top, what will happen is that the steam that gets out of the bread will be trapped, and it will the pressure will increase, and it will put actually the bread down, so you will see it won't rise. For example, here in the middle it will stay like that. So don't cover with anything. So 5 minutes, you have 250 degrees for 10 minutes, and after 10 minutes turn down the oven to 220 degrees Celsius for 40 more minutes. So 50 minutes in total. You bake 10 minutes at 250 and 40 minutes at 220 degrees. After that, you take the trays out, you remove the bread, you take out the bread with the baking paper, then remove the baking paper and let it cool down. Better leave it cool down for 2-3 hours, and then it's ideal for you to slice it. Of course, you can eat it as soon as you like, but with more time, if you give it more time to cool down properly, then it will be much easier to slice, and it will be like the ready product for the market or for whatever, it will be just the best. So that's how I make this bread, and I strongly encourage you to try it. I'm sure you are going to love it. With that, thank you so much for watching, and see you next time. Bye.